Yo, what up? Welcome back to another episode of Q Reviews. You gotta forgive my hideous appearance. I'm in between haircuts because don't it feel like when you get a new haircut, you're a new variant of yourself? Because right now I feel like I'm the animal of the Muppets, you know, with this variant of my haircut, but I'm in between the haircut, but I had to get this review out. Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania spoiler review. But it's not quite Ant-Man and the Wasp because the Wasp is hardly in this movie. First off, I'm gonna tell you what I just feel about this movie. I feel it's pretty mediocre. I mean, it's watchable, but I think it's a lot of missed opportunities here. I'm gonna be all over the place, so bear with me. Well, quick plot synopsis. Cassidy, Ant-Man's daughter, creates a way to get into the quantum realm to find people. She's seeing signals. Another plot hole here. If she sent signals before, people could have found where they are now, but like they're all in the room, they get sucked into the Quantumanium. Another plot hole here, they start sucking everything out into the quantum realm, but it only sucks the four. Hank Pym, Michelle Pfeiffer, she's like shut it down because the son Kang that she never appeared to mention to her family that this is a universal colossal destructive world event that you wouldn't talk to your family about when they already been to the quantum realm. So that was a plot hole in itself. But anyway, they get sucked into the quantum realm and we get into this this weird fucking green screen set. I don't know. I can never get behind the visuals in this movie. Like you look at Avatar and it looks like you're there with the CG. It looks like it's real, it's physical, you can touch it, it's tangible. Here, I felt like I was on a video game level, you know what I'm saying? Like not even a good video game level, like something like Mass Effect, you know what I'm saying, in its early years. I just didn't buy the whole set. They should have used some more tangible elements in this film to make it more believable, like put a real pillar there or put some stuff in the background so I can feel like I'm in this film. But like this whole entire film, I didn't really feel like I was in a quantum world, and all the weird creatures didn't work. You know what I'm saying? They had side characters that was like the rebellion. There's this one Amazon Xena warrior princess that I just didn't buy her character, and her acting was atrocious. I didn't believe anything they say. And my wife said this about we watched Wakanda Forever. She said like this movie has no heart. You will expect that movie to have all the heart in the world since they lost Chadwick Boseman, but I look at it again, I think you're right. I think this movie has no heart. T'Challa's going away in that coffin. The first time I seen it, I think I was just in my feelings, but the second time I feel like I don't feel this. And this goes with this movie as well. They try to build this family element, but the script is so horribly written that you don't give a shit about any of the protagonists in this film, including Ant-Man himself, Paul Rudd. I didn't give a shit. He was so poorly written. He seemed like he was miscast in his own fucking movie, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can't even get behind him. And then the rest of the characters behind him, his daughter, Hank Pym, Michelle Pfeiffer. I think Michelle Pfeiffer had the only character development in this film. I'm talking about out of everybody, you know what I'm saying? She had the most character development, you know, her helping Kang build this super technologically thing that's way advanced past her time to help Kang get out of the quantum realm. Why couldn't she just help herself? But okay, I get it. That can help her get out as well. And she touches the ship and she gets all these memories back and see what Kang did. He's a conqueror of, you know what I'm saying, the multiverses, universes. Now I'm getting into Kang right quick. I love Jonathan Majors, of course. I mean, you got a gold standard in Jonathan Majors. He's probably gonna be one of the most renowned actors of our time going forward. That dude just came out like a wrecking ball and just killing shit. Did he kill it here? Yes, he did good here. He did, like, it's fucking Jonathan Majors. I knew he was gonna do good when I seen that Loki episode, you know, that last season. It's just Jonathan Majors by himself in the room explaining the multiverse. It's way more intriguing than anything in this film. And that was an episode on Disney Plus.
You came to kill the devil, right? Well, guess what? I keep you safe. And if you think I'm evil. Well, just wait till you meet my variants.
So what I'm saying here, they totally underutilized Jonathan Majors, you know what I'm saying? They wrote him some weak ass shit in this movie. You missed the opportunity to bring Kang the Conqueror, you know, how he needed to be. Was he sweet? Yes, Jonathan Majors, but they didn't write him, they didn't give him any material to chew on for him to really bring this shit where it needed to be, because like right now, Thanos is a better written character because you believe in this, you know what I'm saying, his multi of madness, you know what I'm saying? You go into his story, why he's doing it, because every villain is good when you think they're doing the right thing, but they're really a villain. I didn't get this here with Kang. In this version of Kang, he was just a mustache twirling villain, and that's a shame because you missed that opportunity. I think Killmonger is a way better written villain than Kang the Conqueror here, because thought he was doing the right thing. I own the throne, you know what I'm saying? This belongs to me, you know what I'm saying? And I'm pissed for how you left it. They developed the shit out of Killmonger. They miss it here on Kang, you know? He's, like I said, he's way more interested in Loki. They just kind of missed the mark and just kind of turned him into this, you know what I'm saying, this mindless villain. And I think that didn't work, even though Jonathan Majors did good, but it wasn't written well enough for his caliber of actor. We need more explanation for Kang, you know what I'm saying? If you're gonna use this movie for a setup movie, which it is, we need more setup for Kang. Why does he care that much of being the only one into the multiverse? You just kind of did a whack-ass montage of him trying to explain it what it was, but it wasn't that meaningful. But I will say this is one of the parts in the movie that kind of piqued my interest. You know what I'm saying? Out of all the other bland shit that the characters were doing in this film, I just think it's a missed opportunity, Marvel. You know what I'm saying? Your movies are now becoming so mundane that we just go and look. I don't know if we became spoiled from getting all that fire. We're talking about Civil War, Captain America, Winter Soldiers, Infinity War, you know what I'm saying? Things like Ant-Man, the first Ant-Man. We were so spoiled by those movies because they were so solid and so good that now it's just all becoming to blur together. It's almost like rap music now. All this shit kind of sound the same most of the time. But I hear now Kevin Feige's kind of dialing it down. I think you got in the Disney execs, you got to dial it down because it's too much. I mean, we got fucking Moon Knight, She-Hulk, you know, all these other Disney, Hawkeye, all this shit that didn't really work for Disney Plus. You're spreading yourself too thin. Kevin Feige does not have time to oversee everything like he did. Love and Thunder, a lot of missteps in phase 4. Now you're starting to phase 5 and you're trying to stick to the comedy that works. Nothing made me laugh really in this movie, you know, like really laugh. I think most of the comedy beats were all off, you know? So this brings me to MODOK. You know, I played MODOK in Capcom 2 or whatever video game it is. I'm not really sure what his lore, but in this film, they totally turned him into a fucking joke, bro. Like soon as you figure out that it's Darren from the first movie, that was the first villain, and you see his face, the audience is already repulsed by it. I know it's weird, it's supposed to be weird, this Humpty Dumpty thing, but it just doesn't work in his jokes. He's trying to joke you through the whole thing, but it never really lands the landing. I didn't find any of his shit funny. I guess like at the end when he said like I'm a dick, I chuckled a little bit, but like I think they totally missed the mark on that character. Marvel movies now have come to be so much the same that it just feels like I'm obligated to see it because I've been in this thing too long, but their movies has lost their magic. It's not what it used to be. Whole phase 4, you know. I say the best thing in phase 4 was maybe No Way Home. And I think the villain there with Willem Dafoe's Green Goblin is better than anything in this movie, you know what I'm saying? His villain, he was a mustache twirling villain, but they wrote him so well that it works, but nothing works in this film. Well, summing this whole thing up, what I think about this movie, what would I score it? I'm scoring it a 2.5 out of 5. They really missed the mark on Kang. I mean, Jonathan Majors is fire. I think he's gonna be more fire in Creed 3 when I see him. I knew this dude was a star when I seen him in The Last Black Man in San Francisco. I think this script is the weakest part of this whole movie. I didn't care about any of the characters in this movie. The protagonist from Kang From Kang to Scott to his whole entire family. Hank Pym didn't have anything to do. The Wasp didn't have anything to do but to just show up. Bill Murray kind of made me chuckle, but it was no need for him to be in this movie. This movie makes a lot of mistakes, and I think the MCU was heavily too much on the comedy and not concentrating on the story. And that's why I think it's becoming lackluster, because Love and Thunder was a joke. And these whole MCU movies are becoming a joke now. We don't take it seriously. She-Hulk, it's a fucking joke. Everything is a joke, and it's becoming a real problem now that we can see in these films. You know what I'm saying? I know the Marvel heads like, oh, I love everything they put out. Oh, Marvel is so great, but to me, no. I respect everybody's opinion, but to me, no. You're losing what you had. If you take it back to Iron Man, the most important thing in Iron Man in the whole MCU is Robert Downey Jr., Iron Man, being trapped in that cave and getting out. You know what I'm saying? How powerful was that part? Because you believe this character, he had to struggle. You know, he had to really get out of that situation. Not something like Ironheart just building some shit in a montage. You don't even know how she did it, and then like, oh shit, I'm Ironheart. It's just not working. It's whack. Kevin Feige is spreading himself too thin, and it's becoming bad storytelling, Marvel. It's becoming bad storytelling. I know, like, yeah, wash, rinse, repeat, but like, nah, bro, y'all gotta take some risks. Infinity War even took a risk by killing the whole entire MCU. Yes, that will keep audience invested. But what you're doing now, even with Phase 5, I can't even believe y'all ruined Jonathan Majors like that. He's gonna be back, but man, you're gonna have to give him a backstory for us to give a shit. That's all I'm saying. I know I went out on a rant, you know what I'm saying? I didn't hate this movie. I just think it's very mediocre, 2.5, like I said, out of 5. What did y'all think of Ant-Man and the Wasp? I know some people like it, but I'm just like, I just feel like I was just watching anything. Let me know what y'all thought in the comments below. And if you like this video, go ahead, hit that like button. If you really like this content, consider subscribing to the Q Review family. And don't just stare at it, eat it. Peace.
I'm out cold, you hoes been exposed. Walk up on you slow with the foe and unload. You got more left for dead on the road. I strode when your car got towed.